Hey, so today we are continuing learning about our order of operations, okay? And this time, though, we are evaluating these expressions, our algebraic expressions, using our order of operations. So just as a reminder, excuse me, our order of operations, we label it PEMDAS. So parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So as we're going through these, and some of them say to evaluate, which means to solve, so we are going to solve these expressions. So here they give you an example where they tell you what the value of the expression is, okay? I'm sorry, where they ask you what the value of the expression is, meaning they want you to evaluate or to solve. So let's move down. Whoops, not up. Let me try and go back. No, you're not letting me. There we go. Ay, huh? What page am I on here? 102. Okay, here we are. Number one, let's try that again. What is the value of the expression 5 in parentheses 2 cubed? Because remember, we can say cubed in place of 3, which means exponent, minus 3. Okay, PEMDAS tells us to do what's inside of our parentheses first, okay? And then we can't subtract first because, let me just write PEMDAS over here. We need to do our exponents first because exponents comes before subtraction in our PEMDAS or order of operations here. So we're going to do the exponents first. So we're going to do 2 3 times. So 2 times 2 times 2, which equals what? 8, right? Did you guys get 8? And then we're going to subtract the 3. So I'm working with what's inside of a parentheses first. So what is 8 minus 3? 5, right? Okay, well, 5 is technically still in parentheses because now I can do what's outside the parentheses, which is 5. And remember in algebra, anything outside of a parentheses, and if it doesn't have a plus or a minus sign, it means to multiply. So this is telling us that we need to do 5 times 5, which is what? 25. So our solution here is 25. Okay, so I think it's really important for us to know PEMDAS, right? Our order of operations, because that's going to tell us exactly what we need to do. Let's see if I can move my video here. There we go. Okay, Miguel writes the expression 2n to the 4th power. He says that when you double the value of the n, that you double the value of the expression. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so he's saying when you double the value of n, you double the expression. Okay, so let's try that out. So we're going to do 2n to the 4th here. And we're going to double it, meaning we're going to do fill in 2 for n here. So I'm going to put 2 on the outside. I'm going to use parentheses so that I know to separate my n, and then 2 on the inside to the 4th power, because I'm only doing n to the 4th power, not the 2 on the outside. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and solve. So first I'm going to do inside the parentheses, so 2 times 2 times 2. Which is what? You should have gotten 16, right? So 16. And now I'm going to put the 16 in parentheses because that's where it was. That's where we got 2 to the 4th. And then 2 goes on the outside. And now I can go ahead and multiply 2 times 16 because, again, the parentheses mean to multiply in algebra. So what is 2 times 16? 32. Okay, so this is the value when it is doubled. So let's use 1 for single because we're not going to double it. So we're going to do the same process again, but instead of 2 for n, we're going to put in 1 for n, and we're going to see if it is doubled. So we have 2n to the 4th here, and then I'm going to plug in 1 here. So for n, I'm going to plug in 1 to the 4th. Okay, what is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1? It's 1, right? So then I have 2 on the outside and 1 on the inside. And now I can multiply 2 times 1, which is 2. Okay, so if I have 2 here, and then I have 32 when we double it, is 2 double? I mean, is 32 a double of 2? No, no. So here we are going to disagree. Let me see if I can, my pen will work today. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, number 3. Evaluate the expression 1 to the 4th power plus 3 times the quantity of 10 minus 2 squared. Okay, so when I said times the quantity, that is a clue for me that it's in parentheses, okay? So PEMDAS tells us to do what's inside the parentheses first. So we're going to do 10 minus 2. The 2 is not squared. The quantity of 10 minus 2 is squared. So we have to do, we have to do 10 minus 2 first. Okay, so let's go ahead and subtract that. What is 10 minus 2? 8, right? So 8 is still in parentheses, so 8 is what's going to be squared. Okay, 8 is going to be what's squared. So we're going to go ahead and do 8 times 8. Because we're going to do exponents next. So 8 times 8. What is 8 times 8? 64. Yep, 64. Okay, so then now we're going to do what's on the outside of our parentheses here, and that's 3 times. So we're going to do 3 outside the parentheses times 64 inside the parentheses. We still have our 1 to the 4th power and our 3 here. I'm sorry, not our 3, our plus. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 3 times 64, and we're going to do 1 to the 4th power. PEMDAS tells us to do exponents before multiplication. In this case, because they're separated by the plus sign, it really doesn't matter which one we do first. But let's go ahead and do exponents first, actually. So 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. I mean, that's super simple. What is it? 1 plus, okay, now we can do 3 times 64. What is 3 times 64? Did you get 192? That's what I got. Are we correct? 192? Because 3 times 4 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19. So 192. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that. 1 plus 192. 193 is the answer. Okay, let's move on. Number 4. Zen designs a character for a video game. He draws 3 sizes of the character on grid paper. When Zen uses, I'm not good at reading today. Zen used the expression, I think it's supposed to be uses, the expression 6 plus s squared to find the number of grid squares in a character of any size s. Find the number of grid squares in a character of size 7. Okay, so they give us the algebraic expression 6 plus s squared. So let's go ahead and write that 6 plus s squared. Okay, and then they tell us that s is going to be 7. So now we're going to plug in 7 where we see the s. So that's going to look like this. 6 plus 7 squared. So PEMDAS tells us to do the exponent first in this case because there's no parentheses. So what is 7 times 7? 49, right? So now we'll bring down our 6 plus, and now we have 49. What is 6 plus 49? 55, right? Did you guys get 55? So then our answer is 55. Okay, so you are going to do numbers 5 and 6 on your own for independent practice. Question number 5 says evaluate, so that means you're going to solve. Okay, it tells you what P equals, tells you what Q equals, it tells you what R equals. So you're going to rewrite this expression. Let me underline the expression so you can see where it stops. You're going to rewrite the expression, and where you see a P, you're going to put 6. Where you see a Q, you're going to put 2. And where you see an R, you're going to put 4. So let me go ahead and set you up for this. So I'm going to put 6 cubed minus 2 to the 4th power plus 3. And I'm going to put my R in parentheses because I'm now changing R to the number 4. And then divide by 2. Okay, so now you're going to use PEMDAS, okay? Remember what PEMDAS is. So PEMDAS is parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, okay? Work through that. So you're going to do your parentheses first, then you're going to do your exponents, and then you can do your division before you do your addition, okay? All right, of course, if you need help with that, you can come to my office hours. The last one, number 6, same thing. Here's your formula. So this is the expression, and now it tells you a cube has edges that are 10 inches long. So now it tells you what A is, but I think you need to find out what S is. Yep, you need to find out what the surface area S is. So you have 6S squared is equal to 10. Okay, so I'm going to let you try that one on your own and see if you can figure it out. And if not, then come to my office hours and check your work, of course. Don't forget to do your math review packet. Today you are doing page 2.1. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.